Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Tough Love Atlanta. This is season 5, episode 5. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. You can leave your comments below. I do have an announcement. It's not concerning me, but we got good news. If you've been enjoying Tough Love, I've been leaving the link in my description for you to go look at it on YouTube. They're coming back with season 6, and this is Tough Love Atlanta. Now, from what I see, it's going to be on the app, which is called Clio TV. It's a subsidiary of TV One. Now, from what I'm seeing, it looks like you possibly have to have cable and have TV One on that channel if you're going to watch it. I believe it comes back on the 15th. The 15th, which is a Thursday. Whatever in mid August on the 15th, is when the next season will start, on that Thursday. So check it out. I'm sure eventually it's going to come on YouTube. We got to figure out when that's going to happen. But anyways, let's get into this episode. All right. So, of course, we not go back in time, but we fast forward to present time. We see that Drew brushes into the hospital. So as I said, or assumed, Drew was the one that was in the hospital when Lisa was crying out. It wasn't. So he's looking for Lisa right now and getting impatient very quickly as the nurse is trying to find out where she is. So then he goes to look for her himself. We see that Aisha is helping Jackie into her house. All right, so we go back to at least 2 months ago, possibly. We're catching up a little bit more. Drew and Lisa. So Lisa is cooking breakfast, and she wanted to make something special for her man. And Drew is in the mood after seeing her making her breakfast, and they start kissing. He props her up on the kitchen table or counter, and he starts kissing her thighs. Then you see this uneasiness come over Lisa, where she's asking now, Drew, is this what you'll be doing to the other girls? And Drew gets mad and says he has no time for this and leaves the room. I mean, Lisa, that was a bad move. However, you decided to actually deal with this. So whatever he's doing with these other girls is what he's doing. All right, so we move on to Jason and Monica. Jason and Monica are under this stress because they need more tickets sold. And Monica's like, I'm scared. They call an emergency meeting for everyone, and they're doing all their manipulative tricks to try to get what I found out the name of the group is called the Fellows, to sell more tickets. I forgot who asked. It was either Jackie or Aisha. How do we sell tickets without all the details ironed out? And Jason says, I have some ideas for you guys. We're going to be introducing experiences along with this festival concert. People will be able to get free massages, also a VIP package where there's food, drinks, meaning liquor, and photos with the artist. And then they said, and NFT. And Jackie was like, wait a minute, that's not in the contracts that we sent out to the artist. How are we going to make this happen? And what if the artists say no, because it's not legit? And I think she also said that the massages seem kind of out there. How are you going to get free massages to everyone that comes to the festival? I don't know what the venue looks like, if it's outside or whatever, but when are you going to get these massages done? Like, there's nothing concrete, and it looks like you're just being car salesman, in my opinion. Jason says, say whatever you need to sell these tickets. If there aren't any more tickets sold, there is no need for you. Monica butts in and says, she's supposed to be good cop or whatever. We feel like you aren't doing your best, and we need you to take this more seriously. And Drew said, respectfully, we've been working our tails off. And Monica says, I understand that, but we want to challenge you. Lisa ended up saying, you know what? We could all do a lot better, and we're going to work together to make this happen. We understand. And Monica and Jason are pleased with their positive reactions to doing what they want. As soon as they leave the room, Aisha, in my way, says, you know what, this is giving scam. And Drew says, you know, I don't know about if it's a scam, but it's just kind of, something seems off about all of this. Lisa defends the program. She says her cousin went through it, and now she lives in Buckhead, and she makes billions or millions or whatever. I said, okay. Then Kenny opens his mouth, Mr. Dr. Umar. If this company was ran by white people, there would be no questions. And Jackie said, I disagree. Just because a business is black does not make it exempt from criticism. Amen, Jackie. Because come on, we act like we got to support everything black, 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 black. Don't say nothing that's wrong about black folks. If black folks are jacked up, I'm saying something about it. I'm leaving Yelp reviews. Like what? If I have a bad experience, you're going to know about it. Especially if I don't get any help. Amen, Jackie. So everyone goes off into their separate cubicles or whatever you want to call it. Separate ways. Kenny and Jackie are still at the office, and they're just tidying up for the day. And Jackie says, you know, how about you just go and order the Uber? And then Kenny gets frustrated right away and says, why do I always have to order the Uber? And Jackie says, aren't you the man? I don't order anything in the company of a man. How y'all feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? Now, this woman, young lady, don't want to claim him, wants all the sex from him, but now you're treating him like a boyfriend. I mean, you all of a sudden wanted a date, and now you're in the presence of a man, and now I need you to pay. Some could say, Jackie, you don't belong to me, I don't belong to you. Jackie, we're just keeping this casual, right? And probably more women, possibly, are saying, that's right. If you want her, you better keep paying for her. Why? Because she's not, I mean, she has recently, but where's the good effort to try to really say, okay, maybe I will apply more pressure. But I'm not applying pressure where you can't even get in there. Then Kenny says, you know what, my app is acting up, so can you go and order the Uber? And Jackie's like becoming frustrated herself, saying, you always have problems with stuff. And then she orders, I think she asks, give me your address of where you're going. He says, I'll put it in. After he puts it in and hands her the phone, she says, what is your Cash App? And he said, what do you need that for? What do you need that for? Because you are going to be paying for this Uber, blah, 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 blah. And he says, well, my phone is down right now. And then Jackie's like, what is your issue? If you don't have the money, just say that. Then Kenny says, I guess politeness is something your parents didn't give you. And then Jackie was like, well, don't talk about my family's money just because you're obviously broke. I mean, let's just lay it on the table. Let's quit pussyfooting around. Then she says, I should have known by the sex. What does that mean, Jackie? People have always told me the broke boys always have the best sex. So then he says, your mouth is disgusting, and I don't mean in a sexual way. You don't know what I have going on. It's bad that you talk down to people, especially when you have all of these resources available to you. And then Jackie said, well, excuse me for wanting a man to pay for a $30 cab ride. But you know what? Find your own way home, brokey. I said, oh. I'll say this much. And I'm going to start with you, Kenny. Because I don't know whose side I'm on. You need to be honest and stop being so prideful at this moment. Obviously, Jackie knows that you're broke. However, Jackie, you handled the situation totally wrong. And you come off very arrogant and crazy and an elitist because you do have money. And there's other places within the season that makes me go, I don't really like you. But we'll get to that when we get to those episodes. So, Jackie, you were quite nasty over just paying $30 for a cab. I understand you want the man to lead and take charge, even if he's not your man, but he's giving you the good sexing that you want. But what does he owe you for real? And although Kenny should step up and be honest, you didn't have to go as far, because it's like you're showing that valuables, what you really value in a man is his pocket. Not saying that a man is not supposed to have money and pay and provide, but it's just like, it could have been a very vulnerable moment for you two if you were open and also you were open and ready to receive. Next we go back to Drew and Lisa. They're eating and Lisa's saying, can we watch this movie together? And he says, sure. We cut over to Aisha. She's at her apartment with her friend. I think her name is Gwen. I don't know. It's the one that Drew was messing with. She's dancing on her account, I guess Instagram or whatever, and Gwen is like, what are you doing? This is my way to get people to purchase more tickets. So they end that and they sit on the couch, and Gwen, I'm calling her Gwen, I forgot her name, is sitting there looking at a text and smiling. And Aisha's like, who got you grinning and smiling like that? And Gwen was kind of like, didn't really want to say anything, but she says, well, who you think it is somebody that you know. And she's like, who? They, for what I know, they have an understanding, they have an open relationship. Well, I don't know nobody that's in an open relationship, Aisha says. We met at your kickback. And then finally all the pieces came together. Aisha said, Drew? Well, I'm not surprised. He always has his eyes on everybody but Lisa. And I think she did say, still be careful, blah, 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 blah. So Lisa fell asleep, and she is awakened, Drew is gone, by some laughing. And she calls out to Drew, and there is no answer. She gets up, she goes to the window, and she sees Drew cuddling up with the lady outside. So at least we know Drew is with two people. Who knows who else? Blah, 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 then lost my place, blah, 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 blah. Lisa is upset, but then she tries to coach herself and says, you asked for it. You signed up for this. Lisa ended up texting someone or receiving a text and ended up saying, hey, big head, what's up? Obviously, this has something to do with Theo. All right, so we move on to Aisha and Trey. They're out at a restaurant having a good old time. Trey spots somebody with some sneakers, and then he wants to go find out where he got them because he's been looking for them or whatever. And Aisha said, it's not all that serious right now. And Trey was like, no, I'm going to go ask him. So he gets up and starts talking to the guy. That pisses off Aisha. Now, both of them are pretty drunk at this point. Aisha gets up and she walks past them as she's leaving out. So then Dre runs outside to get her and is like, what is going on? And then, of course, she's talking about, you're sitting up here doing all this with your new little friend, da-da-da-da-da. And Trey was like, you think I'm that dumb to disrespect you in front of your face? And then Aisha said, I don't know what people do in that lifestyle, but I'm not down with all this. I'm paraphrasing. So it's like, there's always this connotation and then also this derogatory tone of this you people type of thing. All because he's open about his sexuality and he's just not strictly the JJ. You got an issue and you don't know how to really deal with that. Welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta, Aisha. Finding a straight guy is like 1 in a million, as our girl from back in the day, Lord Jesus, Aaliyah did say. So it's like, man, you want a hetero man from Atlanta? Good luck. Anyways, Trey ends up leaving because it's like, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. Although I will say this, I'm on Trey's side, but Trey, some of your behavior is quite suspicious. It's the same cycle or same system that you operate by. You didn't already start talking about shoes. And this is always a way for you to somehow connect with the guy. I will say that it is suspicious. And I need you to have another way to see how you actually get down with these dudes that you're connecting with these sneakers. Do you actually buy them? it can come off as suspicious. However, I do know that Aisha is insecure. We're not knocking that out of the park. I'm not saying that you're doing it, but I would definitely come up with a different game plan if you plan on doing this blatantly. Ooh, let me connect with this dude while I'm in front of my lady. Lisa and Jackie. I think Lisa's on the phone with Jackie. I believe that this is it. Lisa lets it be known that she's talking with Theo, and Jackie was like, "That's what's up." She talks about, that they are discovering polyamory, and Jackie said, "Of course," and I'm sure that it's benefiting Drew. And Jackie was like, "You need to leave him." Yeah, he says, "I bet he benefits from it." Lisa says, "I'm liking Theo's company and he's flirting with me." And at this point, Jackie was like, "Well, good for you. Get yours," basically. Then Jackie asked, "Do you think that you could connect us or connect me for some music that I'm working on?" And Lisa says yes. And that's the end of that scene. The next scene, we see Jackie. She looks like she's in the park. She's talking with someone, and then she sees someone that she recognizes. Her name is Lori B. She's sitting on a park bench. Lori B knows who Jackie is from her mom or her parents, basically. And Jackie says to Lori, "I am inspired by you. You've given me the tenacity to at least try some of the things that seem out of my realm or seem very risky." And she admires that, and thank you for that. Lori B understands that Jackie's doing this whole music festival thing. So Lori says, "I don't normally do this, but I want to give you a minute slot to promote the music festival." So, wow. Next, we see everything starts shifting for this whole music festival. With the radio promo that's out there, they gained 700 more followers within 20 minutes, as Lisa does report. They also see in the comments somebody named Sire, who is an artist, and they were thinking, well, maybe possibly we can connect with him to be a part of the festival. Jason and Monica, they see that the festival is going and the company is going viral right now, and Monica says, "Oh, we made it to the Shade Room." No comment about the Shade Room, but still congratulations to the company and Jason and Monica. Lisa's with Theo right now, and they're doing some type of live. Theo gets, quote unquote, hacked. Someone comes into his live, and the girl is Amber. Amber is the one that we found out is connected to Drew. Amber says that Drew took part in her getting ARD, R-A-P-E-D. She says that her and Drew, they had consensual sex. Later on, Drew was gone, and his friend wakes her up and says that Drew said that he was next. And before she could really say no, he was already on top of her. Theo shows empathy towards Amber, and says, "Look, I am not a part of anything that Drew has going on." And how Amber was somehow got connected that Drew was a part of this organization or whatever. But from that point, he let Amber go, and he goes to comfort Lisa because Lisa is distraught. Jason and Monica, they see the live, and they know that there's going to have to be some changes made. We go back to Lisa. Lisa is venting. She's confused and also embarrassed by what she seen. And Theo was like, "Look, Drew is not worthy of you." He ends up speaking good of Lisa, just giving some affirmations that you would want to hear from your man, but your man don't do that. He just goes soft in his favorite position of sex. Theo says, "You deserve to be loved." And after that, they kiss. That's the end of the episode, but things are heating up where it is concerning Tough Love Atlanta. Hopefully you're liking it. Please let me know in the comments below if you like it or not. And let me know what you thought of this episode. But again, I do appreciate everyone for coming to my channel and supporting. Thank you for every like. Will you please like this video now if you have not? Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and leave your comments below. And until the next episode, peace.